Jump in the back of the pickup truck and join us for a ride back to the good old days.
Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
A nostalgic podcast based on entertainment and memories from the 70s, 80s, and early 90s. Come with us and revisit the best time ever. So jump on your BMX bike, pop a heavy metal tape into your Walkman, and hang on tight while you go back to the past with us.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast, the ghouls all came from their humble abodes to get a jolt from my electrodes. They did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. They did the monster mash. The zombies were having fun.
Hey all, welcome to another episode of Pastimes at 80s High, the cast that takes you back. Got another fun one for you today. What we are going to do is our 7 favorite monsters, which is going to be a loose term. I believe we shall see what happens. Of course, as always, the boys. Hello, brother Mike.
Hey, AJ, today we prove we're true nerds, apparently.
Indeed. Kevin, you bastard.
Good afternoon.
Hello, Donald Icehole.
Hey, what's up?
Good. It's nothing. I hate it when people answer me incorrectly like I just did. How you doing today? Not much. It's like, okay, I see you care very much to listen to me.
Enjoy your dinner. You too. The waitress isn't having dinner. Why?
I do that one all the time.
Yeah. It's all the programmed responses.
When I'm at the restaurant and someone walks in, hey, how are you? Not much. Because they're just trying to rush to the bar. They don't give a fuck what I'm saying. Exactly. Well, anyway, as always, we get started out of the gate. But Kevin, of course, Mr. Shout Out.
Welcoming our new friends in Pearl, Mississippi, MISSISSIPPI.
Please don't draw me no diaphragms, huh?
If I remember correctly.
MISSISSIPPI, yes.
There you go. Roanoke, Virginia.
Ooh.
Uppsala County, Sweden.
Ooh,
and
nice.
Rio Rancho, New Mexico.
Yes.
Welcome,
indeed.
folks.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Kevin, can you say the second one more time, please?
Roanoke, Virginia.
Croatoan. Any of you guys know what that means? Anyway, it's it's some evil thing where they're an island off of, I think, the Carolinas. Don't quote me out there, nerds. I may be wrong, but it was like a witchy bit of an island.
Oh, honey, this land does not belong to the dead.
You're the trespasser! Croatoan!
It was like a season of a terrible season of American Horror Story, but it's based on a true fable, if you will. Croatoan. I think it was written into the tree. I forget what it means, but maybe I can look it up before the end.
Ethnologists and anthropologists believe that the word Croatoan may have been a combination of two Algonquian words meaning talk town or council town.
In 1587, over 100 English settlers disappeared. They landed on Roanoke Island, off the coast of present-day North Carolina, to build a new life in the New World. Led by Governor John White, they struggled, and White sailed back to England for supplies. But due to war, he was delayed for 3 years. When White finally returned in 1590, he found something chilling. The entire colony had vanished. No people, no signs of a fight, no bodies. The only clue? The word Croatoan carved into a tree.
I like the one with that when they were in the insane asylum or whatever.
Asylum. That one.
Weird.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no shit. Yeah,
Is that your Kiss connection?
Hey, there you go.
Got to connect it to Kiss.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you, new listeners. So I guess I have the honors today. And like I said, loosely, because, is it a monster? Might it be an alien? Might it be something else? Only God knows. We will use our best judgment. And I shall roll out first with my number 7. And I know I'm going to say it wrong, but it's Cerberus or Cerberus. And cool this is from Greek mythology. And he is a massive 3-headed dog that guards the gates of the underworld, where he shall not allow any living to enter or dead to leave.
Cerberus was a monstrous dog with 3 heads, a serpent's tail, and a mane of vipers that guarded the gates of Hades. This beast from Greek mythology measured the size of a bull, with eyes that glowed red in darkness and fangs that dripped black venom. Its job was simple but absolute. Allow the dead to enter the underworld, but prevent anyone from leaving, and keep away the living who attempted to enter without permission.
So
very cool.
Yes, he's awesome. He's battle axe. I won't say movie names, but I've seen him in several, and I fucking love Greek mythology. I think it's really cool shit. And
it is quite cool.
Yes. But Cerberus, who is he?
So it does.
That'd be a cool name of a band.
Because I was looking at different ones, and the accent is on the first syllable, so it's Cerberus.
Cerberus. Okay, I think I said it right the first time.
Yes, you did. Let it go right there and been fine.
Right? Awesome. Well, I went by the spelling. All right, Dongo, I'll go to you quickly then.
Yes. All right. So I am all over the place as usual, but I did have one common theme and a shout out to the OG of monster movies, and he was the Ray Harryhausen, who was kind of like master at the stop motion photography.
Yes.
Oh.
So a lot of us older folk that didn't grow up in the CGI phase kind of grew up in the stop motion photography phase. So that's kind of where we started our monster movies from. And I liked it, it's not as natural looking as CGI, but when you're a kid, you don't notice that stuff. And it was pretty cool. So my first one, being a Navy guy, I have to go with Release the Kraken.
Yes, indeed.
The Kraken.
Great Zeus, below on earth, it is now the eve of the longest day.
Very well. Release the Kraken.
I love the Kraken. I love all the renditions of it, but my favorite one is in the movie Clash of the Titans.
Yes, indeed. Said movie that Cerberus was in that I was going to mention.
And I'm going to watch that movie tonight.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, look at that.
Put him, where are you going to put him in the little thing in the middle? We should, Kevin, why don't you say what you're holding up?
I didn't think we'd go into it's a tap marker from my years bartending. It's the only one that I ever kept because there were so many of them, and it is from Storm Along. I think it was a cider, and it's a kraken attacking a ship captain.
Awesome. All it made me think of is in Clash of the Titans when Zeus is putting like the things wherever he wants. He had a little figurine of everyone on Earth.
Yeah.
And he could move them around. It looked like that's what you were holding up. That is cool.
Right?
Wow.
Donald, I apologize. Continue.
No, you're cool.
Love the Kraken.
Yeah. Oftentimes portrayed as like an octopus type of creature or a cephalopod.
Yeah, giant squid. But the one you want to talk about, stop motion. What a great stop motion. And you know what?
Yeah.
Fucking CGI, in my opinion, sometimes I think ruins things because they
definitely
try
go
to be, yeah, exactly, overboard.
Like in the Superman where, whatever city was just blown up 45,000 times.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
And in the theater, you're just like, okay, I can't take any more explosions and stuff. You know,
I'm done with it. I'm over it. And then just if you guys out there love Clash of the Titans, of course, Dongo, I'm talking about the original. I'm sure you are too.
Yes.
But
1981.
Yes.
81.
Oh, such a favorite of mine. Watch the beginning with the bird flying through.
It's flying straight for us.
Is it a hawk? Is it going to attack?
Arthur Gods. An owl.
Golden owl.
Just talking about stop motion where you see the shadow. It's incredible. All right. Great pick, Donald. And off to you, Kev.
All right. So I'm going to go back to the beginning of the modern science fiction monster, and that would be 1818, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Because, I mean, aside from the biblical and the historical stuff, that's really where it all started. And it's kind of funny because by the time we were around and aware, we already had Herman Munster.
Sing it, Charlie, sing it.
My leg bone's connected to my knee bone's connected to my thigh bone's connected to my hip bone. That's how they connected those dry bones. Do 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 do. Night with Dr. Frankenstein is where my story starts. Everything I have may not be mine, but I'm a gentleman of parts. Backbone's connected to my shoulder bone.
So the whole Frankenstein monster thing was kind of comical in some respects.
Right.
In the old movies, the old black and white movies were not anything like, the stuff they make today. I think there's probably been 8.7 million Frankenstein movies.
Oh, yeah.
Most of them. I watched that last one that came out last year with Oscar, what's his name, from Star Wars, and it was just like, it made no sense to me at all. It was just trying to be something that it wasn't. But
I couldn't even get into it either.
Yeah. Just kind of interesting that first of all, that it was a female that wrote it, and it wasn't originally published in her name. She got the idea while she was touring along the Rhine, and she went to Frankenstein's castle in Hesse. There was Jonathan Conrad Dippel, who was an alchemist just trying to turn lead into gold. And so that experimentation, and then galvanism, which was where they discovered that our muscles are electric. So they would, the guy was like putting electricity to frogs' legs, dead frogs' legs, and making them move.
Right.
So it's almost like, it's weird because like all of it was there for her. You know what I mean? You're just looking
at. Was her name Abby, by the way?
Abby Normal?
Mary Shelley.
That's Frankenstein, which is, in my mind, my absolute favorite Frankenstein movie is Young Frankenstein.
Oh, without question.
Absolute, nice grouping. Such a fantastic. Wow, Blucher.
What knockers.
So anyway, it was just interesting to read about her and her experiences and what led to her. I think there was also some hallucinogens and whatever else involved in that story as well, with some other writers from the time, poets. But just interesting that those things were all happening, and she just kind of combined them into that story that is epic.
Put some reality into it, if you think, right?
Well, think about way back, like Da Vinci was doing autopsies and drawing body parts. There had to have been people that tried to, like, oh, you lost your arm? Let me cut off this arm and see if I can sew it on.
Right.
Just trying to experiment with humans and stuff.
I bet. Yeah, that makes sense.
Didn't they find like hundreds of bodies underneath Ben Franklin's house?
I heard something like that.
Now you're telling me he's a mass.
No, there was. I mean, like all of the. I mean, it's one of those weird things that, like a lot of the knowledge, a lot of the medical knowledge we had came from Mengele.
Yeah, damn
who was
right.
doing like
Fucking
experiments that you would never.
Exactly.
Right. You would never let happen in broad daylight in today's world.
Right.
But there were benefits from those experiments.
Right.
Which is
disgusting
creepy and weird, but
and sad, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
ugh.
But somebody had to be the first person to be like, "Hey, that guy's dead. Let's cut him apart."
Yeah, right. Let's see what's in there. Let's see what's inside us.
Let's see what's in there.
Real quick before I move on to you, Mark. Boris Karloff. He was the original, not the original, but wasn't he the one who played Frankenstein's monster in like one of the first movies? Yeah, he was. I'm near certain. But the scene where he meets up with the little girl, do you guys know what I'm talking about? And she's like throwing daisies or something into the river, and he's like just trying to be sweet and nice.
Yeah.
And then I think she has, don't quote me on this either, but I think she has like a flower on her little dress. So when they run out of flowers, he picks her up and tosses her in, just thinking it's funny and playing, and he's laughing, and he drowns the little girl and she dies. I know it's not funny, but it's a really intriguing scene if you think about it, because this guy's just, slow in the head with someone else's brain. And it's
Abby
Normal's brain, yes.
Yeah, 1931, he played Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah. Yep. Incredible. Awesome. All right, Brother Mark, that is to you.
So my number 7. It's from a movie I saw when I was 8, I do believe. It bombed in Japan. It was a cult classic here in the States. It's Godzilla vs. Megalon.
Oh, boy.
And, I don't remember all that much about the movie, but I do know the match at the end. It was Godzilla and some robot against
Mechagodzilla.
Huh?
Mechagodzilla.
Yeah. Well, it was, we had Megalon on my side with.
So now you've had 3 picks, Mark. Keep going.
Oh, I did not pick. I am picking Megalon, who got screwed over. Okay, first of all, I think the ref had a quick count at the end, but let me tell you something about Godzilla. He's just like Hulk Hogan. He comes out into the ring after his, what is his name? Mega Godzilla is getting his ass kicked. Probably Mega Godzilla was doing everything in there.
Mecha.
He was doing all the work, and then Hogan comes in and gets the count, or Godzilla comes in and wins the match, and the crowd goes nuts.
Hook's the leg! It's over! We have a surviving team!
And that pisses me off. Megalon had that match won.
Yes,
was it
indeed.
Insecticide or whatever? Insecticide. Yeah, he was so.
They want people like your mother down there because they know they got no freaking screwed ideas.
How do you pronounce it?
I don't know, but we got about 3 bunkers here. Go on.
Get him with the graphene.
Whatever.
That's one of my favorite scenes.
Yes.
With Godzilla.
You watched that movie too?
He gets all like I'm coming after you.
He jukes.
And then he does that like cruise on his tail thing that I always joke about. He just lifts his feet and starts sliding across the thing.
I love it too.
That really pissed me off.
Drop kicks him, whatever.
Yeah.
Megalodon.
I was the only one rooting for Megalon in the whole theater. It was a packed house. It was the only theater we had in town. There must have been 25,000 people there, even though the town only had 5,000. But okay, a little embellishment. But yeah, Godzilla is just like Hulk Hogan, the wrestler.
Yes, indeed.
So yeah, that's my number 7.
Awesome. And so Megalodon. And
no. There was a Godzilla versus Megalodon.
Oh,
this
sorry.
is Megalon.
So you're picking Megalon?
Megalon.
Or are you picking Godzilla?
Oh God, no! I'm picking Megalon. Wait, Godzilla.
right.
Are you giving? Oh yeah, I'm gonna root for somebody that comes in at the end with all that energy, wins the match, goes off. Everyone loves him. I'm sorry. No, I would not pick him. I picked Megalon.
All right.
Gotcha.
All right. And for the record, it's not Mega Godzilla. It's Mecha Godzilla, is in mechanical. But anyway. Awesome.
Okay, bunker, here I come. 50 times.
Awesome. Okay, boys. Back to me, are we? And
you are 6.
This is the one where I'm like, is it alien? Is it monster? But this goes back in time for me. And speaking of that, maybe they are a little bit of a time traveler. And this would be the Sleestaks.
Oh, gee.
Nice.
Okay.
Love the Sleestaks.
I had to go with it because, boy, when I was researching and I looked the pictures up and saw how cheesy they looked, it's like, how was I afraid of that?
I was scared to shit.
Not to be confused with the red one, which they did not give a name for, and I swear he had a name, but I couldn't find it, damn it. But the red one was the one who spoke English.
Yeah.
But the green Sleestaks frightened me as a boy. And man, oh man, did I fucking love The Land of the Lost.
Yes.
Just incredible.
The acting was the best
show.
I've ever seen in my life.
Incredible. Marshall, Will, and Holly I think they each won Best Actor in one season. But,
yeah, and who was the guy that played the, well, I don't want to bring him up because he could be considered a monster, but the
Chaka?
little... Yeah.
He's not a monster.
I don't know what the hell he was, but he was
I
something.
wonder if his leg ever healed right with that splint Will put on it. But anyway.
Enoch was the red,
Enoch. Yes.
the advanced Sleestak.
Yes. Right. And he was red and he said it.
Easy. Dad, be careful. Easy, Dad. Be careful.
I was right. This is the key to us getting out of here.
Not so much a key as a divining rod.
They're going. Dad, look. They're leaving. Who are...
Enoch, the Altrusian.
Hey, listen, whoever you are, thanks. Those monsters are...
My ancestors.
Huh?
I am of the generation to be born to this place. 10,000, perhaps 100,000 years from now.
You mean you're not alive yet?
Like myself, you have fallen through a dimensional doorway. In my case, however, only time was affected, not location. Those monsters are my antecedents.
I knew he said his name in an episode, but they just called him like the Sleestak leader or something. All right. Off to you, Dongo.
So for my number 6 is tied into my number 1 is also a stop motion from Ray Harryhausen. And it took down the Kraken, and it was the head of Medusa. And I love Medusa. Yeah, because she is a bad bitch.
Oh no, they've been replicating her for centuries now. Yeah, except for the
yeah. You know, Greek mythology. Obviously, she's one of the top ones of the. I'll have to think of it.
Gorgon.
Titans?
Gorgons. That's it.
She's a Gorgon.
Yeah. And she's one of the sisters. She was the only one that was mortal. So she was able to be killed by Perseus in Clash of the Titans. And he used her head to kill the Kraken.
Yes, indeed.
What happens when you look at her?
You turn to stone.
Oh, wow.
Turn to stone. If her blood touches you, it is evil.
Evil. Yeah, she is a mean bitooch.
Carry this sword, Perseus.
So
this shield, Perseus.
I don't see any
Gator, you
may
just don't look
someday
at her?
save your life. Say
I
again.
don't see any difference between her and most of the. Never mind.
You mother effer, Donald. Great tips. Awesome, though. Yeah, she's incredible. All right, Kev.
Yeah, Medusa was definitely on my short list, but very cool. So I'm going to talk about a transdimensional malevolent entity that resurfaced every 27 years. He was discovered in our world by the Losers Club, Bill Denbrough, his little brother Georgie. I'm talking about Pennywise.
Yes, indeed.
Oh,
We all float down here, Georgie.
I gotta go.
Go? Without this?
My toes!
Exactly. Go on, kiddo. Take it. Oh. You want it, don't you, Georgie? Oh, of course you do. And there's cotton candy and pies and all sorts of surprises down here. And balloons, too. All colors.
Do they float?
Oh, yeah. They float, Georgie. They float. And when you're down here with me, you float too!
Richie Tozer, Ben Hansen, Beverly Marsh, Mike Hanlon. Such a scary, frightening. I mean, I was heavily into King in '86. I read everything that he put out, and that was the one that was. I just remember buying the book, the hardcover, and it was 4 inches thick.
Massive.
Going, well, that's the rest of my life.
Yeah,
reading that. I think it was 600 plus pages or something like that. But
call me when you finish.
Yeah, right. Such a great novel, and such a frightening monster. Just because of that, they call it the uncanny valley, and it's the more human a monster is, the more scarier they are to us. And just that whole thing of, clowns were supposed to be entertainment and humorous, but never in my existence, even before it. And I think that's what King tapped into, is like, as a little kid, those things are freaking scary. I don't care.
Scary as hell.
They, like, just too animated, too weird, too bizarre. So I guess you could say any clown at all, but
Vince McMahon tapped into it too with the great Doink the Clown.
Doink, yep.
When he was a heel at first, and they turned him face, but yeah.
But Pennywise in the novel was fantastic. Tim Curry was excellent, even though the 80s version was or 90s version was a little bit cheesy. And then Skarsgård in the last 2 or 3, the 2 movies, and then the series that was just on HBO is really, like, he takes it to a whole nother level.
He was awesome.
Just frightening.
Bill Skarsgård, right?
Yes.
There's like a bunch of them.
Many Skarsgårds, yes.
Wasn't one of them on, there was a
True Blood.
Yep. Thank you. Yeah.
True Blood, Eric. That's Eric the Clown. I think I'm thinking about.
The guy that played Eric, yes.
Yeah. Alexander Skarsgård.
Alexander, yes.
Yeah. How did I not remember that name? It's me. Anyway, great pick, Kev. What a great book, too, man. Yeah. I used to love reading his novels. Now I just do audiobooks, but he was awesome. All right, Brother Mark.
Okay, well, this one is a mythical creature. Maybe he's real. It's basically the sea monster. I mean, I had written down Loch Ness Monster. You have Champ. I mean, he looks like a brontosaurus kind of swimming in the water. As a child, we used to go to St. Johnsbury, Vermont, to go school clothes shopping and everything, and go to Howdy Beef Burger. But anyway, every time we went by the reservoir, I was certain this freaking reservoir went for like 72 miles, it seemed to me, as a little boy. And I was convinced that there was a sea monster in there. And now, even when we go to breakfast and take a shortcut across the way, there's the Long Pond. It's a reservoir. I'm telling you, the Long Pond monster is swimming in there. He hibernates in the wintertime because, it freezes over. But yeah, that I don't want to call it a myth. I don't know, but it has always fascinated me to know when.
Yes. Now, are you going with the Long Pond monster or the Loch Ness monster?
I'm just going with sea monster.
So supposedly,
Please don't draw me no diaphragms, huh?
there is monster sighting similar to Loch Ness in Lake Champlain.
That's Champ.
Yeah, Champ. Exactly.
Second cousin to Loch Ness. Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, yeah, no, they're related, but there's only one, and he lived forever.
maybe Nessie just spends her summers
in Scotland.
In the Hamptons.
In Lake Champlain. She's, I mean, I think her home is Scotland, right?
Yes.
So she's just summer over here.
Loch Ness is in Scotland, and she just takes the boat over. They have a massive like saltwater pool down there. She sits in there.
She might swim.
She just swims through the long pond when she's in your area.
He goes through the long pond on Long Pond Road there, and but in my mind, these monsters, these creatures live in reservoirs.
Yes, indeed.
So you got to be careful with your drinking water. You may have a little
scaly in it. Scales.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's a little messy piss in your water.
Right.
So, Mark,
yes,
I have to write something down. So
what?
I'm just confused still whether it's Nessie, Chappie, Sigmund. What sea monster are we doing?
Well, like it's Loch Ness monster.
Okay, all right. I just need to, for clarity.
Well, I just
Nessie.
Nessie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured someone was going to have that.
Yeah. Well, it's
nice.
It could also be 3 tires tied together, but we don't know.
Right.
I know.
I
We'll
love
see,
watching
that's the
those clips.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Awesome, brother. All right. We are up to number 5. Yes?
5.
And this is one that most people probably won't know, and I hate to repeat things, but this is from a movie called The Beastmaster. And the only name I could find for these guys is the Winged Devourers. Okay? Ooh. And they are these red creatures, very tall, that look like very tall humans, only they're bright red with pretty much a flat, no-face thing with like bat wings, veiny bat wings. And they open those wings up and wrap it around a human and put their head down. And next thing you know, the human turns to slime, kind of like Nickelodeon. And when they open their wings up, just a bunch of bones drop. And these guys are so fucking cool. They come to the rescue for Dar. If you got to watch the movie, first of all, because as cheesy as it is, it's incredible. But these things were creepy as hell back in the 80s to me, and fun as hell. And Kevin, I know you had posted something about free HBO weekend.
Yes,
I don't know if there is a movie that they showed over those free weekends more than The Beastmaster. And I fucking loved it. Just incredible.
I'm trying to think of the one that I did like more than that one, and it was a King Arthur
like
story,
similar type of
but
movie,
very dark. I think it was from like Merlin's perspective, and I can't think of the name of it. But it was a little bit little risque.
Yeah,
probably shouldn't have been watching it.
No,
how old were you?
It wasn't on Skinamax free weekend.
No, I'm talking pre-Skinamax. HBO was the only game in town.
Awesome.
I'll think of it eventually, but it was just a nope. It's not coming to me. Dag nabbit.
Nope, not gonna happen.
Senior moment.
We'll figure it out.
Orion Pictures presents John Borman's Excalibur.
One word, one thing.
They are warriors, lovers, kings, men of swords, sorcery, and desire. Their only fear is the pain of love. Excalibur, rated R.
All right. Okay, Dongo, what do you got?
All right. This is definitely an alien. It's a monster. Alien. And like Mark had the fight bill, this has a fight bill too. And I actually saw a really cool poster that I want to buy because it's got Captain Kirk versus Gorn.
Got to tie it to track.
Scotty, beat me up.
I knew it.
And if you've seen the episode, it's season 1, episode 18.
The original show. Right?
Yes, the original Star Trek.
Yes.
And it's like a green lizard-looking humanoid body, and him and Kirk are fighting on this planet.
In slow
it was filmed
motion.
in Vasquez Rocks National Area in California. And it's just a classic Kirk versus alien fight, where he's got to outsmart him because the alien Gorn is quite strong and going to beat him, but Kirk outsmarts him too.
Kirk
outwits him. Yeah, it's a good fight. But
It is a good fight in slow motion. Like I can still see the punches coming.
You keep getting me killed. I thought you had my back. Oh, not again. Hold on just a minute. Okay. We're both too old for this kind of thing.
I got to tell you something though, Dongo, because I was at work yesterday with my buddy Dan, bartender, and one of our regulars, John, comes in often, and I brought this subject up. I'm like, boys, I need some help here. And we were just discussing it, and they both brought up, actually, I think John brought up Gorn.
Oh,
and we were
nice.
talking about said fight that you were discussing at this moment.
Yeah,
so
it's a classic.
They'll appreciate that when they listen. And thank you, Dan, for being a regular listen here.
Thanks, Dan.
Yeah.
Well, not to
Awesome.
go off on a tangent, but I just would like to say that I always felt that was incredible life. I mean,
Of
first
Kirk?
of all, well, just anyone on that starship. I mean, what
The Enterprise.
the Enterprise, the
Yeah.
Enterprise. But just to be able to go visit all these planets, I mean, it would not be like a fun thing, but it would be. In other words,
of course,
the intrigue of going to all these places and
Where no man has gone before.
Yeah, where you are traveling.
Yeah, I mean, I wish
Hmm.
it was really like that. I mean, maybe in 68 million years,
who knows?
Humans will be smart enough to do it. But
As soon as we find how to go the speed of light, we'll be good.
yeah,
Actually, you got to go faster than the speed of light, because even at the speed of light, you're talking millions of years.
It's impossible,
go
though.
through
You
wormholes,
cannot.
Wormholes.
black holes.
Yeah.
You
Or
cannot go
quantum
over.
entanglement.
Yes,
That's where-
indeed. Yes. Quarks
Yeah.
and such.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you have to wonder if you're traveling at the speed of light and you turn your headlights on, does
No.
anything happen?
Nope. It's very cool that's like
Stephen Wright.
they do the throwing the tennis ball experiment. But you can only go 99.99999% the speed of light, proven by Einstein. So
Right.
Well,
It can-
but we
it
don't know what
cannot
their
be done.
technology is in other planets. We do not know it.
Quantum mechanics, Donald.
All right, well,
Yeah,
I believe that
entanglement.
is how it can be done.
Yes. Yes.
Yep. Electrons
I
do it
think
all
if
the
you
time.
guys-
Yeah.
If you guys spend a little time working on it, I'm sure we'll get it figured out.
Oh, yeah.
Me too. Right after I build my computer from scratch, and
We'll just, we'll talk. Well, I'll figure it out, and then we'll reveal it to the world. We'll do the big
Yeah.
reveal.
all right, Kevin, let's go to you.
That should kick up our audience. Okay, so like all of us, I'm having a bit of love-hate relationship with AI, but there are times when it's good. So the movie I was just trying to think of before is Excalibur.
Yes,
and one of the great, I think, versions of that story. Helen Mirren, Gabrielle Byrne, Liam Neeson,
nice,
Patrick Stewart. I mean, quite a cast, and it was a very dark telling of that tale. But not a monster, just a sword and a stone. But so that's what that was. So I will now move on to my pick, which I think as a young child, and it still resonates with me, scared the hell out of me more than anything else. I remember falling asleep probably 4 maybe 5 years old on my grandparents' living room floor and waking up. And I don't know what movie it was. It was a black and white, probably Zombie Island or something like that. But fucking zombies were just like, oh my God, it just scared the living crap out of me. And all of the Night of the Living Dead and all of those zombie movies just really leveled me.
Really?
Yeah, and now I go out into the world, and it's like maybe that's what it was, a premonition that I was going to end up living in a world where they're driving cars in front of me and talking to me in supermarkets and whatever else. But it's just something about
until they're hungry.
Yeah, right. The undead just being mindless and wanting brains.
Yes.
A little Haitian history there. I think that's where the modern zombie came from. But you know, it comes from the French word returning, as in reanimation of a cadaver. So that's a revenant is the word that became zombie. Common through Europe back in the day. The research archaeologists have found 4,000 years ago. This is how far back these go. They found people buried with stones on their feet, bricked in.
Wow, isn't it crazy?
Pieces of their body because they were afraid that they were going to come back to life. They removed legs and pieces of their bodies. So this was a real problem back in the day.
Right? Hell yeah. They
believed
believed it.
Right?
That's incredible.
Yeah. We're pretty sure AJ is going to come back to life and haunt us as a zombie. So let's lop his right arm off.
I don't like the cast you guys did.
That's a bit morbid. What makes you think I'm going before you guys?
I just, I was looking at you, kid. That's all.
Awesome. I love zombies, meaning I agree with you, Kev. I have a great fear of being eaten alive.
If I see any, I'll send them your way. Since you have such a penchant for them.
Bill Murray.
Dead. I mean, geez,
Bill Murray would still be alive if he didn't dress up as a zombie in Zombieland.
That was pretty hilarious.
Yeah,
I just walked on the green. Was that one where he's like, I just walked on the PGA course that's probably impossible to get on. He's
what's with the get up?
Oh, I do it to blend in. Zombies don't mess with other zombies. A buddy of mine, makeup guy, showed me how to do this. Cornstarch, some berries, a little licorice for the ladies. It suits my lifestyle. I like to get out and do stuff. Just played 9 holes at Riviera. Just walked on. Nobody there. God damn it, Bill fucking Murray!
I just walked on. It was great.
Yeah. That's a great movie, actually. Great pick, Kev. All right, brother.
All right. Well, I'm going. This is probably, I believe it's the first repeat. I'm going with Frankenstein. And my theory in the whole thing is he really the monster? He's not the monster. It's the guy that created him.
Correct.
That is the true monster.
I disagree.
Right.
I think the monster are the townspeople, but go on.
Yeah, that's good discussion. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, but he reminds me. Okay, Dark Shadows borrowed from all these stories, and they were trying to cure Barnabas's vampirism. And
hell with them growing ecologists.
Anyway, what vampirism? What? Okay,
I know.
Wedge it in. It's like you guys wedge it in.
It struck me, and I'm thinking Pfizer's probably working on something for that.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But no, they created this guy, and he was basically the same thing. Just he was a good soul, but he did. Soul. He was made by cadavers and everything.
Yeah.
Same story, and they had good intentions, but I don't know much about I just don't. I think that there were monsters that were far worse than Frankenstein himself. That's the moral of my pick,
Right. And AJ brought up a good point. It's actually the town folk who are showing the ignorance and the evil.
They were the evil ones. Exactly.
Yeah, because of fear.
Well, they did spawn a great TV show anyway with Herman Munster. And I picked him as Father of the Year or whatever it was. Who do you want as a father? And so, yeah, but I just think that he's supposedly the scary one, and it was the human condition at the time. So.
Indeed.
Indeed.
All right. So we're up to number 4.
Foreign.
All right. I'm going with another, favorite out there. We've had Frank in there. I'm going with The Werewolf. Okay. And I'm going to get a little specific here. 3-way specific. The movie Silver Bullet, another great King read, I believe. Actually, I can't remember if that was it's its own book or if it was one of the short stories, but just incredible to me. I loved that movie. It was a lot of fun. But then there in Van Helsing, The Werewolf was awesome. And American Werewolf in London. That's change
the one.
point. It's just, you want to talk about good graphics in an older movie. I mean, it's 80s, but just incredible and so much fun, but just creepy, I mean, full moon, baby. And I love it. And I mean, it's gone on for decades into so many movies. In everything, there's a werewolf. Even in movies where it's not about werewolves, they incorporate them. You know what I mean? Like True Blood, Mark, you brought that up. They have werewolves in it.
Oh, they have everything on that.
Yeah.
Foxes, lynx.
Yeah.
I mean, God, Charlene Harris went way too far on that show,
But just the werewolf's a lot of fucking fun, in my opinion. And
it's a lore that goes on forever.
Thank you.
The story just keeps going on and on.
Yep. That's the word.
Lichen. What is the word for it? Lichen.
Lichen. I think it is lichen.
Yeah.
I liken them.
There's a condition that actually, a medical condition that I've seen that kids look like werewolves.
This is hypertrichosis, also known as werewolf syndrome. It's one of the rarest genetic conditions in the world, causing excessive hair growth all over the body, even on the face.
Oh yeah, hairy people.
Yeah. Yep. But you gotta think that all of these, in their root, all of these things were based on some kind of
reality
or something that was happening. And people are definitely affected by the cycles of the moon.
Oh hell yeah!
I mean, and AJ, it was originally Cycle of the Werewolf, and it was a novella. It wasn't a full.
Exactly. Do you know which one it was in? Skeleton Crew, maybe, but I can't remember.
I want to say it was Skeleton Crew. I don't think it was. It wasn't a Bachman. It was a Stephen King. It wasn't his alias or his nom de plume.
Awesome books, all of them.
But yeah, it's a great story, and like I was saying, it's all of these. Like talking about Mary Shelley and Frankenstein. That these little pieces existed, and then somebody extrapolated them into a monster.
Yes, incredible. And it makes it that much more interesting when you see the backstories, and how they came about. That was a great one you did on your first one, Kev.
Part of my love for King is the fact that I'm from Maine originally, and you could read his book and he would describe where a town was.
Oh yeah.
And I knew the town to the north of where he was talking about, and I knew the town to the south of where he was talking about. And there were a couple times as a kid that I opened up the map to look. I'm like, I know that area, but I've never seen that town. Because you weren't sure. We didn't have the internet then. Right. We didn't know.
Right.
It was, he talked about Derry and he described where it was. And I was like, yeah, I know that area.
Yeah. Is there a Castle Rock, Kev?
I don't believe so.
Nope. All right. Anyway, that's a great pick. All right, Dongo, off to you.
All right. So this one was from a B movie in 1982. And the movie was called The Winged Serpent. And the beast, and I have to use a phonetic to see how to pronounce it. It's very difficult. Quetzalcoatl.
What?
Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzalcoatl?
Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzalcoatl, known as the Feathered Serpent, is one of the most important deities in Aztec mythology.
Which is a Aztec god, but it looks like a dragon. It basically a dragon, but an Aztec dragon. So in this movie, this 1982 cheese ass movie, this beast makes a nest on top of a building in New York City. And it's got David Carradine, who we all know, did himself in a Thai hotel with, choked himself to death. It's got Michael Moriarty, who was famous for Law and Order.
Yep.
Who's a main character in it. And it's got Richard Roundtree, who's famous for Shaft.
Who is the man that would risk his neck for his brother, man? Can you dig it?
And he's probably in the way that I got to watch this movie too, but in the trailer for it, it appears that Richard Roundtree is the only black man in the city of New York. There's only one black man, and everybody, the other 8 million people in New York are white.
Yeah,
so
you know that? Yeah.
They were absolutely, probably pretty racist when they were making movies back in the 80s.
Oh, shit.
But it's just funny that this thing's flying around, grabbing people, eating them. Your classic serpent dragon type creature.
Yes.
Quetzalcoatl. I can't say it.
Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl.
I think its evil lies in trying to pronounce its damn name.
Yeah.
That's
I
evil
thought you
enough.
were freezing, Donnie.
AKA the winged serpent.
That's so much easier.
We could have just stayed with that.
Right.
It just makes me happy, Donnie, to hear the way you say beast. The winged beast.
Winged
it makes me happy. Awesome pick.
And now, a short commercial break.
Welcome to Halftime at 80s High. Want to just get a little info out there for you folks, including our website, which is pastimes at 80shigh.com. And that is 80S for 80s, pastimes at 80shigh.com. Shoot us an email at pta80h@gmail.com, pta80h@gmail.com. Love the feedback you've been sending. We can't appreciate it more. Check us out on all the socials, including our new Facebook, which is Pastimes at 80s High. And then for interaction, Pastimers at 80s High. Find us on all the major podcast platforms, including Spotify and Apple Podcast. And please remember that those 5-star reviews and the comments go a long way helping us move up that chain. So thank you so much. We couldn't appreciate it more.
Pop Rocks. Check. Stretch Armstrong. Check. The Bionic Man. Check. You've gone back in time. This is Pastimes at 80s High.
All right, Kev, that's number 4 to you.
Number 4 is going to be a struggling writer who's recovering from alcoholism in a story written by a recovering alcoholic that's a struggling writer. I am talking about our friend Stephen King of course, 1977. And this one's a little different. The Overlook Hotel is the monster, because that's where it's all encapsulated.
Oh, wow.
Reading up on it recently. I mean, I read the book 100 years ago. I've seen every incarnation of the movie, and I still think, as much as King hates it, Kubrick's version was absolute genius, and all the stuff that was hidden in it. And if you like any kind of conspiracy weirdness, Room 237 covers all of the theories about Kubrick faking the moon landing and then admitting it in that movie, and it's just fun stuff. It's great, but absolutely one of the most frightening movies that I've ever seen. And it was indeed because Delbert Grady, the caretaker, as well as Jack Torrance, and all the people that did things that were evil were being possessed by the hotel itself.
Evil.
Well, I mean, you could be a very dull boy if you don't get any
Right.
You just work, you know.
Just that scene of Danny on his big wheel.
Yeah.
And the sound going
Yeah.
from the
girls.
carpet to the hard floor to
Yeah.
the carpet to the
Yeah.
hard floor. And it's just like, oh my God. That's like the music in Jaws. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It was
Right.
like that sound just drew you in, and you're like, so by the time the actual, like, you see the two scary little girls and the blood coming out of the elevator, you're so ready to be scared shitless just
Yeah.
from the sound.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like, ah.
Come and play with us. Come and play with us, Danny.
It's
And the
set up.
the labyrinth that's outside the hedges. You know,
Oh, I
maze.
love that
Yeah,
hedge
yeah.
labyrinth.
That's part of it.
So
Oh,
much
for
of
sure.
Yeah.
it. And
For
Jack, baby. God, what a great performance, man.
Danny isn't here, Mrs.
Unbelievable.
Torrance.
Open
the door, Wendy.
Is it
Well,
Wendy?
this is our second metaphor
Yeah.
monster because AJ said like the humans in Frankenstein were the monster and
Yeah,
That was
right.
my
in the
pick,
building,
though.
and it's I like it. I like that.
Yeah.
Evil can manifest itself in many
Evil.
ways.
Awesome. Great pick. The first building of the day, and it makes perfect sense, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, brother.
Okay. Don't make me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry.
Mr. McGee, don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Yeah. So obviously I'm picking the Incredible Hulk. We all have an Incredible Hulk in us.
Yeah.
Other than that we don't turn into a giant green monster like Lou Ferrigno, loaded with steroids. But yeah, I mean it's kind of on the Jekyll and Hyde story.
Yeah.
And if you say something that really gets me angry, I'm probably going to change on a dime and then turn into the green guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And,
Right.
I love that he couldn't control it. It was all based on his anger.
It was based exactly emotion. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm trying like hell, but that fucking what he's saying is pissing me off. God, man, he could have never been in a relationship.
Yeah.
He'd be green full time.
Well,
baby.
God.
That's why I love that. I don't know what era that was, but it was like
70s,
early
late
80s,
70s,
maybe
early
late
80s.
70s, the banner. The music for that was so depressing. Do, 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 do.
Oh man.
do, 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 and he's just walking down the road like alone. He had to be alone because he couldn't even have a roommate because as soon as you stole my fucking ketchup, man.
You ate the
my
whole piece of the
leftovers.
pizza. That was mine, damn it.
Maybe that's
My
why he had to
pasta.
keep moving because he kept killing his girlfriends or his roommates.
Right.
But there's a great scene in Family Guy where Stewie's walking down the road with a backpack. He goes, "Ooh, play the Hulk music."
Play that sad walking away song from The Incredible Hulk. Hey, everyone, look at me. Look at me.
Finger out. That music starts and you're like right there. He's got to move on.
He was a monster based on the human condition.
Yeah.
We all have a dark side, and that's basically where I was going with this. And he was definitely somebody that didn't want his dark side to be shown to the public or to anyone he was with. And unfortunately, it really came through with this guy. So with Bixby there. So
How did he go from being dressed as Bill Bixby to being Lou Ferrigno in green and the ripped pants, and then he was Bill Bixby and he was dressed again?
He spent a lot of money and he probably used a lot of thrift shops.
Right.
But just one quick thing before we move forward is I always knew him growing up as David Banner. And I think we discussed this in the past, but I think, was it on the show they didn't find one of the names to be correct for it? Did one of you guys bring that up?
I think we talked about that before. Yeah.
You know, like
why they?
Because it's Bruce, right? It's Bruce Banner, right? The original.
Yeah, and I was going to say, David does ring a bell too,
because he was David Banner in the show that you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I think for some reason they were like, Bruce doesn't seem right, and it's just fucked to me. Like, why? What is wrong with? It's like Mike doesn't work.
Right.
You know?
The main reason was believability for television at the time. The creators wanted to show the show to feel more grounded and realistic, not comic book styled. The producer, Kenneth Johnson, felt Bruce Banner sounded too light or cartoonish for a serious drama. David Banner sounded more ordinary and believable for a medical scientist.
That just sounds fucked to me.
Yeah.
Like, you just go with your birth name, people.
Right? I wonder if the ELO song Don't Bring Me Down, Bruce, was out at the time. I didn't want to associate with that.
Unbelievable. All right. Where are we here? Number 3. Correct.
Tree to the.
All right. Well, a lot of you people may have read this in high school, but I'm going with a creature from Beowulf, and his name would be Grendel. Yes, and I loved this book. I had to do a report on it when I was a senior. And and believe it or not, he's a descendant, they say, of Cain and Abel.
Yeah.
And the most recent movie they put out was like I can't even describe what it was. I was watching a scene from it yesterday, but it's almost like, it's not anime, it's not cartoon, but it's not exactly regular camera. It's really fucked up how they filmed it. But, and that's, I don't even think I can use that version of him. I'm using the guy from the book. But that version of him was pretty fucking scary. Because what the issue was is kind of like Frankenstein, if you will. He was bothered by noise. And I found this funny because it made me think of me. But he hated joy. So
was it like the guy from Somber Town on, was it Santa Claus?
Anyway,
yes, yeah.
So
I want to be glum. Look at everybody's glum. I'm happy that everybody's glum.
Anyway, he hated joy, but his eardrums had issues really bad. So when they would sing in the mead hall, he would come and kill people and torture them. And it was really sad because he hated it. And he just wanted them to shut up. It's like, get off my lawn sort of thing. Turn that music down. I can
relate to that.
But he scared the shit out of me, even reading the book. Is it Shakespeare? Am I going crazy right now? But yeah, it was just, he was a fucking incredible, terrifying monster because of what he did. But like Frankenstein's monster, I don't think he wanted to do it. I think he just couldn't fucking take it.
Grendel, what have you done?
Mordor. Man bellows on glad mood.
I got a lot of people in this world. You know what I mean?
I can relate to him.
Exactly. And I'll leave, especially with your ears, Kevin.
Right?
All right, Donko, I'll go to you.
All right. So going back to another stop motion classic, and it was Jason and the Argonauts, 1963 movie. And it was Talos.
Yep.
So Talos, in the Greek, it was a bronze man. But in that movie, the Jason and the Argonauts, they made it like he was huge, and it was awesome. For 1963, it was awesome graphics. And this big bronze giant statue coming after Jason and the Argonauts. And then he ended up defeating the creature by like unscrewing his ankle, a la like, Achilles heel kind of thing. And he had blood of like molten lava that came out, and then he collapsed. But it was just cool. For 1963, Jason and the Argonauts is a kick-ass movie.
My God. The skeleton scene when they fight the skeletons.
They're so awesome. Yeah. I almost wanted to use those guys, but they're just skeletons, But they were so creepy, and that stop-motion stuff was awesome. So that was another Ray Harryhausen classic.
Nice. That is a close second to the original Clash of the Titans for me.
Yeah.
Love that mythological shit.
And that was, years before that too, 1963. Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, claymation and force perspective, they just did amazing stuff back then.
Incredible. Awesome. All right, Kevin, let's go to you.
All right, I'm going off the beaten path again here. This is late for us. This is 98, so it qualifies, but a little. This was, again, at this time I was living on my buddy's property out in the middle of nowhere. It was like 10 miles to the next house. And I sat down and I started playing Resident Evil 2.
Guy's a maniac. Why'd he bite me?
And after you collected all of the stuff that you needed to, you open, because you're in that grand hall and you finally got that door open on the left and you're like really excited about yourself because you got the key or the map or whatever. I can't remember what it was.
You moved the clock.
You move the clock, exactly. You walk in that room and then all of a sudden there's a drip coming down in front of you and you're like, huh. And then the liquors show up.
Yeah.
And there was just no eyes, no skin,
just tongue,
muscles, and long tongues with barbs on the end of it that could decapitate you. I don't know if I ever in my adult life has been as absolutely fucking jumped from fear,
shitting your
as I did. That thing dropped down on me, and I was like, "Fuck!" I just flew off the couch. And
that's cool.
Awesome. There might have been some weed involved, or maybe some Valium or something too. That really kind of, intensified.
But that was the golden era of video games too, when they were like the graphics and the stories behind them.
The home video game.
Yeah,
The console games. Oh my God, Kevin! You worked at Giuseppe's at this time, and
that was before. That was just before I did.
Oh my God! Well, I couldn't. I literally would take shifts off because I didn't want to stop playing. And then I couldn't wait to get out of work and get home. And I'd get home at like midnight and lie on my bed with my head where my feet should be and play that game and shit my pants all night because it would scare the ever-living hell out of me. But that is one of the best franchises of games ever.
So horrific.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just like we talked about Jaws and the Shining and the carpet sounds and whatever. That lulled you into, because you had to figure stuff out. It's not like video games today where you just blow everything up.
Right.
You had to figure out so you're thinking, your brain, and that's what they did is they distracted your brain by trying to figure something out, and then some fucking horrible creature would come out of nowhere and just scare
when the dog
it was just before, now they're all like, and it's probably cool in a way, but now everybody's online, so you got headphones on, you're talking to other people and stuff, but you were just by yourself. And
loving
you in the
it.
game. Yeah.
Oh, and it was different too because the killability, the weakness. I mean, the monsters today, it doesn't even get tough until you get to the boss. Everybody else is just turn and shoot, turn and shoot, turn and shoot.
Yeah.
Back then, even the little guys, even the minions, they were tough.
Yeah.
It wasn't just fire at them and be done.
Oh,
I think that was the one where you had to go through, I think it was a bus or a subway.
Yes.
And the first zombie you shoot and he splits in half and you're like, oh, I killed him, and then you take 2 more steps, and the torso starts coming out. You're like, fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
A game that scares the crap out of you. That is really
Oh my God.
it's
Survival horror. It's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
All I can think of, Kevin, is what's this? Blood? I hope it's not Chris's blood.
The acting got better.
Oh, it did, definitely. Fucking
Raccoon City.
incredible. Raccoon City, baby. And the tyrant was pretty tough at the end. You
Yeah.
got the rocket launcher. Awesome. All right, Mark, that's to you.
All right. Well, this is another repeat. It's The Werewolf. Who every month when the full moon comes up, he turns into a wolf. I mean, depending on you had like True Blood, he turned into an actual wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the movies, he turned into a half man, half wolf. In some of the movies, you know, they would lock themselves up, you know, to make sure that they don't get out. And, you know, a lot of times they did. But it reminded me of something that I wish that women would have done all these years. Okay.
Locked himself.
They have PMS. You lock yourself in. You won't be a total psycho, and you lock yourself in, and that's it. You come out when it's over.
Listen, honey, let me ask you a question. And when I do, please don't hit me, all right?
What?
At what point are we in your menstrual cycle?
Oh, you motherfucker, don't you dare.
Well, let me guess. I'm going to say right towards the end.
You need to be real careful.
Am I wrong?
I'm stone-ass serious.
Tell me fucking truth. Am I wrong?
It's coming any minute.
That's what I figured.
I need a Midol and a fucking margarita.
Well, here's the good news. We got all of that. Come here, honey.
So I think the werewolf was based on the female species.
I'm glad you said it, Mark, so I didn't have to.
Yeah, I was thinking it. It does
there
follow
seems to
that.
be a correlation there, but you know, I think isn't it the Mormons that have multiple wives? I think they did that.
Oh, of course.
I think they locked them all the women because which really, sorry, no offense, ladies, but it really freaks me out that when you hang out together, you get on the same cycle.
I was just going to say
it's
that.
unbelievable.
Crazy
Unbelievable.
ass shit. So all the wives, you get 7 wives, they get on the same cycle. Of course, you're going to lock them all up together. Otherwise, you're going to be the Hulk walking down the highway thumbing because you killed everybody and you got to move on to the next place.
Oh, shit.
So yeah, I mean, I've always been intrigued by the werewolf and like the lichen, as they call him, but it just reminded me of what should have been done. And maybe that's where the werewolf, actually, the whole myth came about. That's what happens every single month.
Right. There goes 50% of our audience.
Thanks for stopping by, ladies.
I love you, ladies. I'm just telling you that you girls can get really angry.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, whatever.
And Mark's one of the 2 married hosts on the show.
Yes, correct.
Believe it or not, folks.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Been together for 30 years.
God bless.
All right. Where are we here? Number 2
to you.
All right. Well, this is the first incredibly obvious one. And Brother Mark has already brought it up, although it was not his pick. And that would be Gojira. And that is Godzilla. And I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant here because I got to go through a little bit of a television experience here. Because I know most people know that back in the day, we had channel 2 through 13.
Yep.
And you were lucky if you get a snowy UHF channel in the mix there. But where I'm from, in New Hampshire, channel 2 was C-SPAN, which was just talking heads all day. Channel 3 was WPIX 11 Alive. And then channel 4 and 6 were NBC. Channel 5, 8, and 9 were ABC. And channel 7 and 13 were CBS.
Yeah.
However, in that mix, we had channel 12, WSBK TV 38 out of Boston.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then, most importantly to me, Channel 10 was WLVI, Channel 56. Out of Boston, an incredible channel which featured Creature, double feature on Saturdays.
Hello, and welcome to the Creature Double Feature. This afternoon, find out who will be the victor when vicious monsters engage in a fierce and bloody battle in Godzilla's Revenge.
And my God, I lived by that show. I had to make sure I was inside from playing to get there, and I would pray that it was going to be a Godzilla episode.
Right. He
Not
was
that
the
the other
star.
ones. Yes, not that the others weren't great. But man, sometimes they'd have 2 Godzilla episodes in a row. I was always intrigued by dinosaurs, and Godzilla was just a hero. And most of the time, he was the good guy. You know, there were a few where he was the bad guy. I'll never forget Godzuki, his son, but.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end. People, let me tell you about
You don't need to be bigger than life to be a good dad. You just need to spend time with your kids.
I mean, I knew I loved him.
Blowing smoke
He
rings.
blew smoke rings. Exactly. Exactly. But just, man, what more can I say about Godzilla? But just those stations meant a lot to me back in the day.
Yeah.
Because if you think about, I mean, if you add them up together, what is that, 7? We had 7 channels, really.
Yeah.
5, 8, 9 had the same fucking thing on it. You know,
If you remember, Channel 7 had a, if you turned the tuner or whatever, I mean, we're talking back in the old days, no flat screens. If you turn Channel 7 halfway, you got a 14th channel.
Really?
Yes.
I don't recall this.
Yeah.
What would that have been?
Oh, it was
7
kind
and
of
a
cool-
half.
No, it was a cool channel. I just don't remember what it was. I don't know if it was USA. I don't think it wasn't a cable channel. Or
I wonder if
anything,
it
but
was specific to RTV. But anyway, that's awesome.
Well, wasn't there? And I think wasn't there? 11 was the PBS channel.
Oh, I missed PBS.
Right.
Yes,
You had
sir.
2 and 11.
11.
Sesame
Yeah.
Street,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zoom.
That's right.
Zoom, the
PBS.
electric company.
The electric company with
Yeah.
Spider-Man. When Spider-Man
Yes.
would come on that, which was about for 4 seconds every like 10th episode.
But it was the best part.
Damn
Aside
right
from
it
a very
was.
young Morgan Freeman.
Crazy, isn't it?
I think I do remember that.
Awesome.
Well, he did the shit.
That was Morgan Freeman.
Yeah. Yeah. And he was, what was he? Easy Reader.
Fuck.
He was the Easy Reader.
Easy Reader, not Easy
Yeah.
Rider.
Okay.
Great
get
stuff.
me
Incredible, man.
That's what we got to do. We got to do an educational kids show episode.
Or an educational adult show episode.
Okay.
It's too late for me. I can't be educated.
Awesome. All right, Dongo, we're number 2 to you.
All right. I got to go back to space. Another alien. It's got to be an alien. It's Alien. It's Xenomorph. It's Alien from the movie Alien.
You're going out there to destroy them, right? Not to study, not to bring back, but to wipe them out.
That's the plan. You have my word on it.
All right, I'm in.
The Sigourney Weaver movie
Yeah.
Alien. That is a badass monster. I mean, just it's got acid blood. It's got a protractable jaw that can launch out and grab you and bite you.
Mess you
Just
up.
evil. It is an evil looking ant looking, walks on 2 feet but can crawl on 4. Devil looking, just badass black looking creature.
Yes.
Of Alien.
Very cool.
Yeah. And it's hard to kill. Because if you kill it, you better not kill it. If you're in a spaceship, you better not kill it next to a hull that's going to acid burn a hole into your hull.
All right. Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
That's a tough one,
Yeah. Yeah.
Steel Room.
Yeah.
Awesome. Great pick. All right, Kev.
That's awesome. All right, so my number 2, we're going to talk about Legba, Lucifer, the serpent, the tempter, the accuser, Beelzebub, Biel. I'm talking about the devil, Satan.
Beelzebub.
Because he's a real monster.
Yeah.
He's the real
number
monster.
uno.
He's the fallen angel, the rebel against God. He is the guy on our shoulder that tells us to do things that we know we shouldn't do.
But do anyway.
But do or don't, and that is my point. Is that it's never the devil made me do it is not an excuse.
No, it isn't.
The devil suggested it. You have free will. You made the choice. So he's the tempter. He is the accuser. But what an iconic in our history, in our literature, from like the Screw Tape Letters to whatever, any bit of media that you've ever seen, he's there.
Damn right.
He's there. And his greatest accomplishment is making us believe that he's only a character. He doesn't exist.
I agree with you 100%.
Unfortunately, I agree 100%.
Pure evil. Awesome. I didn't know if you were leading into Hellboy or something.
Well, I mean, there's many renditions of it.
Hell yeah.
Depictions and
possessions.
Yeah.
Fucking possessions.
Which you're going back to your Shining, that definitely overtones of, Satan there,
And then he has his minions, the demons.
Yeah.
The demons, yep. Even in popular songs. I mean, Devil went down to Georgia, and the band of demons joined in, and it sounded something like this.
The devil opened up his case, and he said, I'll start this show, and fire flew from his fingertips as he rosined up his bow. And he pulled the bow across the strings, and it made an evil hiss. And then a band of demons joined in, and it sounded something like this.
Which we all know sounded better than whatever Johnny was playing.
Damn right it did.
The Devil's Band was way cooler.
Sympathy for the devil.
Even though Charlie was playing both parts.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is a good, like, I don't know, probably 2008, 9, maybe 16-ish, where shows started to portray the evil protagonist as, maybe you got to look into him a little more. There
was a show
he might
called
not
Lucifer.
be as evil as, he's evil, he's doing bad things, but there might be a reason why he's doing evil and bad things. Like Jaime Lannister in Game of Thrones. He's a bad dude in the first season, but then you start to kind of like, he's not that bad. He's kind of a good guy. So like sometimes the devil, and I'm not sticking up for the devil, people out there. I'm not, but sometimes, he's a fallen angel because he went against the grain a little bit, but,
or he was put into a position, right?
Yeah, right. There's always going to be good and evil, and it's always perception, right? Mm-hmm. Who's the person or who's the thing, who's setting the bar of what's good and evil.
Correct.
Right?
I'll give you a perfect example.
Right.
Johnny Lawrence is the good guy in The Karate Kid.
Right.
But that was my point, is that every character that is portrayed as evil got there for a reason. There's a backstory to all of it. Nobody is pure evil, including the devil. I mean, the devil is doing God's bidding to give us the alternative so that we can choose to be good.
Right.
Correct.
And without, what was it? I mean, Black Sabbath, what was the, on the worst album cover in the world, Born Again, where the devil and the priest can't exist if one goes away. It's just like the battle of the sun and the moon.
You got to have the
yin and yang.
Yeah, the yin yang.
Exactly.
You got to have the
exactly. And it probably doesn't feel wicked good for him to be evil,
Right.
He's probably ready for it to be over so he can go back to being God's
Right-hand man.
Right-hand man, right. Exactly.
Yeah, well, I mean, isn't it true that he said that I'd better to be the ruler in hell than be a servant in heaven? I mean, that's...
Well, yeah, that's where he went astray for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Betrayal.
Steep.
Yeah.
Very
Heavy
deep,
here.
man. We just fucking
Well,
went
you know,
deep.
I mean, it casts a shadow over all of this.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Well done, Kev.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, Mark, wrap up number 2.
Okay, well, this guy happens to be a hero of mine, or at least until he went full Fly. We're talking about The Fly. And I'm speaking specifically of the 1986 movie where he's out at a bar.
Jeff
and he
Goldblum.
says,
Awesome actor.
and he challenges this other guy. Let's have an arm wrestling match. If I win, she comes home with me.
Hey, pal, you're disturbing us.
I got $100 says I can beat either one.
Take a hike, asshole.
There's my 100. And I get to take the lady home for the night if I win.
Says who? Do I look like a hooker to you?
Hey, Tony, it's an easy 100. Come on, pal, let's get it over with.
And of course, he rips the freaking guy's wrist, and it's like cut in half almost, maybe not a full break. And then she goes home with him happily, and well, they start having sex. And of course, he lasts forever. He's just going and going and going. And then she's looking at his back. It's like, well, this is kind of a very thick hair. And well, he's transitioning. But if I could just get to that point where I transition, possibly without the hair, and oh my God, they'll be lining up in my bedroom door. But I'm just saying, he was my hero at that point. So yeah, I mean, this is before he got really disgusting, and then he started regurgitating. And there was a version of The Fly that Dad used to talk about where he would look, and there was this tiny little fly going, "Help me!"
Yeah, the old school one.
Yeah, so. But yeah, I mean, not even sure how it happened, but
it was really cool because he had the 2 pods, and it was a DNA sharing thing. So he'd get into one, and then all he was trying to do was transfer his own DNA from one spot to another, kind of to pull a Captain Kirk type of thing, so he could transport from one place to another, which is not, once again, quantum
you look
mechanics.
into like CRISPR stuff, which is like DNA editing, all that kind of stuff. They've tried to, like, you know, salamanders that can lop off an arm and then grow it back.
Yeah,
they're studying like how to, you know, work that into
how
humans.
can we do that?
Right.
What could possibly go wrong?
Regrow an organ, kind of thing.
Yeah, but anyway, Mark. So when he was doing said experiment, a fucking fly got into the other pod. So his DNA mixed with the fly, just to explain how it happened.
I do remember that. But I mean, I'm just saying that.
And he was pretty good in bed.
Well, no, but I'm just saying that was a freaky movie.
Yeah,
Is there something about flies that gives them stamina? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
because they can hover over her.
Right.
I don't know, but I'm just saying that is kind of a creepy scenario.
It's a great movie, man.
Yeah, the old one your old man was talking about was 58
Yeah.
with Vincent Price.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can still see that the human head on the little fly. Help me.
I can hear it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Goodness.
All right. So that's number 1 to me. And I'm going to go with an audible here because, well, I had Medusa, Donald, and I had The Fly, Mark. So I'm going to go with, and I hope I'm saying his name right, but I believe it's Typhon. And he was the father of all monsters. I believe he's Greek, but he might be Roman. But he would
Baroni?
You fucking sneaky bastard. I'm gonna take you to work. I'm gonna nail it to the wall. I'm gonna crush your boils in a meat grinder. I'm gonna cut off your arms. I'm gonna shove them up your asshole. Dirty summon a bat, my own club.
He would breathe storms, like out of his breath. It kind of makes me think of Cronus, like, from Clash of the Titans, the newer version. But he was like basically the gods of the gods, not the god, but I think he'd be Zeus's god, if I may. But he had like 100 serpents or 1,000 growing out of each shoulder. And he breathed storms. And I always found that super cool. I wish I could remember where I read about this, but I remember seeing a documentary where it came up and he was just battle axe. I mean, fucking serpents coming out of the shoulders. And this dude was not, a typical giant. He was like 100 feet tall. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, that's pretty tall.
But anyway, just an incredible monster. Made me think of Cronus from Clash of the Titans, the newer version, which is outside of our nostalgia zone, but just fucking cool, and I'll leave it at that. Donald.
He attacked Olympus in an attempt to overthrow the Olympian gods and had a epic battle with Zeus.
Yes.
And Zeus actually won.
Defeated him, which now makes Zeus god of the gods.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes. All right, good. So he's
Typhon,
Greek.
Which could be, why they call typhoons.
Typhoon.
Oh.
It is, yes.
There you
Exactly.
go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good call, Dongo.
Does he breathe hurricanes on the East Coast?
Precisely.
Right.
Or it could be Mike talking about himself.
Well, if he's below the equator, it's a typhoon. If he's above the equator, it's a hurricane.
Correct.
I thought it was a beast. I mean,
It's all, location is everything.
Location is all.
Location.
Right.
All right,
Mike
Dongo. Yeah, Mike Typhon.
Knock him out.
Body blow.
So another movie out there that everybody must watch if you're feeling nostalgic is in the Ray Harryhausen genre of stop motion photography, is in the movie Sinbad, Eye of the Tiger, 1977. And the creature, the monster, is the Cyclops. He's
one-eye guy.
One-eyed beast. And in that movie, he is quite large. He's giant size.
I command you to build me a barrier between those men and the Cyclops.
I shall try, Master. I shall try.
So that's a great movie. So Eye of the Tiger, Jason and the Argonauts, and Clash of the Titans are movies you got to see if you want to see some cool, retro stop action photography. But also, there is a scantily clad Jane Seymour in this movie.
Ooh.
Who is smoking in this movie. Oh, she is hot.
She's hot now.
But yeah. And there's some other ladies in that movie that are quite lovely.
Nice.
The Greeks knew how to dress. The toga is a very flattering form of dress for both male and females.
And quite relaxing.
Toga.
It looks it can be worn by both. and it's very flattering. It's a lovely garment. We should bring it back in the style.
Oh, yeah.
One size fits all.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, yeah. I've only been to one toga party. It worked out pretty well. But anyway.
Two things I want to say about that, Dongo. To add to the three movies you mentioned, the Beastmaster, although not Greek mythology, should be thrown into that mix because it's very much along those lines. Secondly, as far as a toga goes, when we were in Mexico, my brother David,
I remember
David
that.
and I,
Video.
it was Halloween and we had no costumes, and I grabbed a sheet and threw a toga on.
Right.
And I dumped out the soap basket from the bathroom and put it on my head. Perfect.
There's so many positives to it. It's one, it's white, so you can just bleach it, right? It's easy to clean.
Yeah.
It's cheap.
So why not?
You know, you can literally throw it together in 2 seconds. And it looks great. It's a win-win.
If you're in a warmer climate.
Yeah. Especially if back then you could afford the golden brooch to hold said toga shut.
Yeah, you could put all kinds of flair to it and accessories. You certainly,
If 13 pieces of flair is good enough for you.
I'm counting, and I only see 15 pieces. Let me ask you a question, Joanna. What do you think of a person who only does the bare minimum?
What do I think? You know what, Stan? If you want me to wear 37 pieces of flair like your pretty boy over there, Brian, why don't you just make the minimum 37 pieces of flair?
Yes. Awesome, Dongo. All right, Kevin. Number 1 to you.
All right. Before I go into my number 1, I just want to, point out, Don, you've been talking about these awesome stop motion pictures. What a amazing and painstaking art to do that literally one shot at a time and keep everything that you want to stay the same and do those little motions and make it work out is just that's some crazy ass shit right there to make a movie with stop motion.
And the only other thing next to that is like cartoons old school cartoons where they were drawing every amazing amount of work that had to go into that to
they still do that. Somebody would draw the outline, and then it would go to somebody else that was the red guy, and then it would go to the black guy, and then it would go to the green guy, and then, because they would just all day long paint in the same cells.
And think about
any one of us can just be like, hey, ChatGPT, make me a cartoon, make me a movie, make me a this.
Right.
And it's,
if you look at the old, like Fritz Freeling, Looney Tunes and whatever else, the backgrounds were like amazing. And then you could see by the time they get into the 60s and the 70s, I mean, look at Scooby-Doo. Nothing against Scooby-Doo. I love it. But it was like they didn't put a 100th of the effort into making those cartoon cells as they did on the old Warner Brothers ones, Bugs Bunny stuff. It was just it's amazing. You see the difference. And I was talking to somebody about it the other day. When everybody was working with hand tools, you look at those buildings from the Victorian era.
Beautiful.
Everything was scroll work and carved and all that.
Meticulous. Yeah.
No question.
And then by the time power tools came in, everything was a gray box.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a second.
You think it would be the other way around. Like it would allow you to do more elaborate designs, but it does the exact opposite.
Right.
What did they say? Go ahead, Kev. Sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
I was just going to say, what did they say about the World Trade Centers? It was like 2 Empire State Buildings and the boxes they came in. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. All right, so at this point, we're going to go on to my number 1 pick now that I've diverted the whole, hijacked the show for a sideline. So my number 1 pick is going to be Humans.
Oh,
we are indeed.
And we've kind of touched on this. Yeah,
we indeed. Yes, everybody was kind of creeping towards it, but that's it. We are the monsters. And you think about it from bullying to where our world is now, which I believe is called penology, where the most evil people devoid of any kind of
conscience,
human goodness, they empathy, have risen to the top because
unbelievable.
You give up on decency to get to the top. And that's what we get now. We get these people that are running the show, but even before that, you go back, and I'm going to come around because we're happy. Even before that, you've got Stalin, you've got Lenin, you've got Hitler, you've got Mao Zedong, you got Pol Pot, who was killing people that wore glasses because you might be a revolutionary if you thought, and if you had glasses, it meant you knew how to read a book. So we'll get rid of you.
Pilot.
this pilot, exactly. The 7 deadly sins. All of those are presented to us by the devil, but we make the choice.
Correct.
Pride, greed, wrath, envy, lust, gluttony, sloth. All of those are choices that we make. Not to mention the aspect of it that all of the monsters that we've talked about came from the minds of humans.
Yeoman.
Right?
Yes.
Okay,
But
well,
as
I mean,
far as the freedom of choice makes me think of it, it just to lighten up a little bit. It took me back to Animal House when he's got the cashier girl on the bed and she passes out and she's laying there and the devil appears on his shoulder and he's like, fuck her.
Brains out. Fuck her. Squeeze her buns. You know she wants it.
For shame! Lawrence, I'm surprised at you.
Ah, don't listen to that. Look at those. You'll never get a better chance.
If you lay one finger on that poor, sweet, helpless girl, you'll despise yourself forever. I'm proud of you, Lawrence.
You homo.
I
Brains
love
out.
that.
Suck her tits. And then the angel comes up, you'll never be able to live with yourself, whatever it is. And he decides not to do it, and the devil goes, homo, and he disappears. but he makes the choice not to do that, and I would hope that would be the choice that all of us would make, even at that age. But that was Tom Hulce who ended up playing Mozart in Amadeus as well. But that's what we deal with every day, and that's why when you see somebody do something good in the world, I love that, because everybody else is not everybody else, but there's so much self-centered. There's so much about people just, I want mine and screw you, that when you see somebody do something good, it gives me hope.
Absolutely.
And I just love to see somebody, and I love to myself go in the opposite direction and just look that devil in the face and say, not today. I'm going to do the right thing. I'm going to do the good thing, because you know what? At the end of the day, you gotta be you.
Yeah.
You got to be you. And there's far too much of it out in the world. But I'm going to bring it back to, because we are here for happiness. Pastimes at 80s High is the escape from that. Pastimes at 80s High is the people that make that choice not to do evil, to not get tied up in what's going on out there, and to go back to a time when if somebody fell down in front of you, you reach down and you help them up.
Yes.
Whereas today people just walk by and go, huh.
Yep.
Sucks to be him.
You hold a door for a man
good.
and a woman. Sorry,
Right.
Donnie.
No,
But you hold a door for a man or a woman. And
Exactly.
one thing Mark said when you started this, Kevin, that's a friggin' incredible bit, because it obviously slipped our minds. But
Okay, perfect.
that is perfect. And Mark, when you jumped in, said conscience.
Yeah.
And that to me is such a huge thing missing in this world. People don't have a fucking conscience out there. And I mean, I just don't understand how people can pull off the sins and the hell that they do, because how can you fuck someone over like that in any way? And it makes me sick. Well picked, Kevin.
Yeah, I totally agree, AJ. I think it's people for some, and again, we talked about the devil and how making people believe he didn't exist is his biggest trick. And that's what people, they don't look at it that way. When they self-serve, it's because for some reason they feel like they've, it's my life. My life has been so rough. It's okay that I do this horrible thing to somebody else.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not.
No.
It's not at all. And if people just need to start thinking in those terms of, stop thinking about yourself. Think about the collective. Think about the whole. Do something decent every day. Just try to do something decent.
Well, it's so easy. Like the devil, like to be the devil is easy. Like to do what everybody else is doing is easy.
Oh, it's so
to do, to take part in all the evil is quite easy. To do the right thing is hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, to be just, to live a good life, you have to work at it. You really have to work. You know, unfortunately, that's the way it is. You know,
it's so.
And to that point, I think that's part of it too. Is that okay? Well, everybody else is doing it.
Yeah.
So it's okay if I do it.
Yeah.
It's like the level we've watched over our lifetimes. We've watched the level of acceptance of just being callous or being hateful or self-serving. We've watched that go from there was a level of it when we were kids to now it's like it's accepted to be that way. And that's the devil in full action.
Full board.
Yeah.
Fucking full board. Well put, Kevin. Mark,
thank you, sir.
Deep. Follow that one up and wrap up number one.
Yeah, thanks, Chad. Sorry. Yeah, no, but a couple things I want to say. First of all, very nicely done, Kevin. Secondly, it's almost like we're being we have sociopaths out there who have no consciences, are giving birth to all the kids, and it's getting really bad, you know, and the media drives a lot of this. You cannot tell me the media doesn't drive a lot of this, because they're really lifting up a lot of bad things.
Both sides of it. Absolutely.
Yeah. So anyway, well, I'm very surprised nobody had my number one, but I think anyone that actually knows me would know that I would obviously pick The Vampire.
I knew it.
And I've always been fascinated with vampires, and you know, there's different versions. I mean, you actually have an emotional vampire. I've dated one or two of them, but no, they're
you could see the connotation with the werewolf and the vampire to the human existence of people that suck the life out of you.
Absolutely,
literally or physically, metaphysically.
Absolutely. So basically, okay, vampires. All right, there are different. I mean, in the mythology, if you want to call it mythology. I mean, I went on a vampire tour out in New Orleans, but what I am saying is there are so many different versions, and I have a bone to pick with some of them. They don't walk during the day. Do vampires walk during the day? No, they do not. Do vampires sparkle? No, they do not. Do vampires sleep in a coffin all day? Yes, of course they do.
Naturally.
Do vampires see their reflection in the mirror? Of course they don't.
Nope.
Okay? They sleep in a coffin all day. They go out during the night. And what happens is, I mean, if you have a reluctant vampire, like my favorite vampire, and I have to talk about him, Barnabas Collins.
Oh, madam, if you would, you may tell her that it's Barnabas Collins.
He was very reluctant. Thank God that Julia Hoffman cured him, or the whole combination. Dr. Lang, whatever. But to me, a vampire, this is my version of a vampire. They've been, I mean, you could say the same thing with the werewolf. There's been a curse put on them. They need blood to survive. They do not eat. They don't have sex all night like they do on friggin' True Blood. They don't have hidey holes.
Yeah.
They live in a coffin during the day. They go out and they feed off blood.
Yes.
And that's what a vampire is. And they can, turn into a bat.
Of course.
To get to where they need to go into some woman's bedroom where they really want some beautiful AB positive or whatever kind of blood they like. So that is what I picked. I am surprised.
Pretty rare. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I have.
Is there a preference? I didn't know that.
I think they like O negative. I'm not sure, but I am AB positive. AB negative is the rarest.
I don't know my blood type.
Correct. Yeah.
I wonder if on True Blood they had different types. You know, it's like 5%. 5%,
4.5. Craft brewery, they have craft blood.
Exactly.
Right.
IPB.
Right. Yeah. I like the Norwegian blood, to be honest with you.
It's a mixture of AB positive and O negative. They brew it up in Vermont, and you can only get it when the sun's out.
Yeah. You got to try the India Pale Blood. It will fuck you up. Awesome.
After losing my temper and turning into the Incredible Hulk, and then every doggone month I turn into a werewolf. You know,
you can see a little bit of all these creatures in all of us.
Yeah,
I think that's
absolutely.
the theme of the show.
Yeah.
That is the theme of the show.
Yeah.
I always felt like the Dracula vampire kind of the lesson there was in most of the movies and the literature that we've read, they're in pain because they've been alive for 600 years.
Yeah.
Who would want to be alive for that long? You can't.
Yeah, they're glum.
I'm 50. I'm 56 years in, and I really,
I've about had the radish.
Yeah. Like, can we speed this up a little bit?
You can't love. Yeah.
Yeah,
If you do,
exactly.
You're just going to lose them. Yeah.
Oh, how miserable, right? To lose.
I also
all
heard,
your
Mark,
love.
can you confirm? I seem to remember reading somewhere that they were really good at counting.
Ah, that's one. One bat. Two bats. Three fabulous flyers.
Yes, yes. That's it.
One.
The count. The count. One.
Two.
I love to count.
I love peanut butter sandwiches.
Yeah.
Let me count them.
Awesome, boys. That was a lot of fun and went deep, way deeper than I was expecting.
Yeah. Thanks, Kevin. You put it right down the
So
condition.
fun.
Yeah.
So fun. Awesome. Everyone out there, man, thank you so much for listening. We're appreciating all the downloads, loving the feedback we're seeing on the socials. Please check out that Pastimers at 80s High Facebook page because it's really starting to take off with a lot of posts and, photos from the good old days. So it's fun reading the comments on there. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. Kevin, thank you so much.
Thank you, AJ. Thank you, listeners.
Yes, and Brother Mark.
And Hal.
Yeah, and Donald, you ice hole.
Thank you, Ice Hole.
Indeed. And thank you all again. And we are out.
You've been listening to Pastimes at 80s High. Our passion is the nostalgia from the 70s, 80s, and early 90s. When times were more simple, times were more fun.
Hey, bud, let's party.
And we weren't stuck in our phones all day.
Inconceivable!
We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, you can send an email to pastimes@80shigh@gmail.com and hit the website at pastimes@80shigh.com. See you next time.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.